everyone, it's Michaela. I am here today with a little gift, and I just wanted to do a reading, an oracle card reading, just to mark the beginning of fall, the end of Halloween. The holidays are coming, and I know this is a time when people are really desiring, like partnerships. People want to couple up for the holidays, is essentially what I'm saying. So I wanted to give you this little gift to inspire romance. I'm going to be using the Rumi's Gift Oracle deck, which is really good because I just recently kicked off. I'm recently kicked off like an offer to where I'm starting to learn channeled twin flame poetry. So yeah, if you book a session with me, you get a free channeled poem from your twin flame's higher self, a love poem. So I felt like it was appropriate to use Rumi's, the Rumi's Gift Oracle deck. It's a little different than the other Rumi decks that are out there, but I think it's perfect. Some of the cards just have pictures, some of them have poems on them, but I'm going to go ahead and read the poems and see what comes up. As far as this fall season, inspiring romance and passion and just the little things that we can do in our daily lives to inspire like that romance and passion with God, because it's with God first that you experience passion from. So the first card is freedom. It's really nice, and it's this woman meditating. Looks like she's just kind of like free in her bliss with God, and she's just meditating, and she doesn't need anything or anyone. She's just there. She's got the look of just pure joy on her face because she's with God. And yeah, I mean, this is the truth of all of us, that we are passionate beings that are free with God. And it doesn't matter what you're doing in your daily life or what challenges you may be going through or what illusions may be coming up that are causing you pain. The truth is, you are this at your core. You have true freedom. And it doesn't matter what you've done, where you've been. It doesn't matter what guilt or shame you may be holding on to. You're really free with God. And that's what this journey is all about, is remembering that and loving yourself and forgiving yourself and understanding that you are not chained to your blocks and your upsets. You are not burdened by them. You're a free person. You're a child of God. And this is the truth of who you are. That's beautiful. And so the next card is a poem, and I love these poems, and it's The Fool. And I'm going to go ahead and read it. I am not of the earth. I am not of the wind. I am not of the water, and I am not of the fire. In this ocean of existence, I dance and twirl, as I am all, as I am nothing. And that's so beautiful. It's so true. It goes off of the first card, that you're not your life. You're not your money. You're not your job. You're not your relationships, your kids, your friends. You're not all of that. You're not even your emotions. What you really are is, you're with God, you're one, you're a child of God at the core. And your purpose is to be happy and to be full of joy and peace. And that's what really matters, is your joy and your peace. Because, God didn't create you to suffer and to feel burdened and enslaved and chained to your life and to your circumstances. You're meant to rise above anything that doesn't feel good. You're meant to rise above. The next one is Purpose, and it's a poem as well. When I first saw the world through your eyes, right doing and wrong doing looked like a coin toss for the blind. Now I can sit here in silence and let your waves stir my being. I am rudderless, but I will sail the 7 seas and cut through the 7 skies. All I need is one glance from you. That's really romantic and really beautiful. And it's about that passion with God. All you need is, just to have one glance from God is an infinite blessing. And God doesn't see you as guilty or innocent or as, obviously he sees you as innocent, but he doesn't look at your challenges and your blocks and your upsets and your mistakes in the past. He doesn't look at those things and condemn you. Right doing and wrong doing, those are the illusions. There's only the truth and there's only love, and God only ever sees you through the eyes of love. And so it's safe. It's safe to surrender to that and to let your, God's waves stir your being. because your being is, the purpose of your being is union with God. And that's very beautiful. And just remembering, like, you know, if you're experiencing separation from your twin flame, it can be painful, but the real truth is you are one with God, and God is your lover. And it's God through your twin flame that you're searching for, and you're never separate from God. So you have the ability to feel that deep romance and purpose and passion and just surrender right now within yourself. And the next one is another poem. I love these. It's The Unknown. And yeah, I know, like, definitely on this journey, you're going to go to many places that seem like the unknown, and it'll seem really scary and dark, but the darkness is always what's leaving, and that's the illusion. This is so beautiful. In the midst of the ocean of love, the mind asks, "Where are you?" I cry, "I do not know. I do not know." "What path are you taking?" "I do not know. I do not know." The moon whispers, "It's okay not to know. You were born with the wings to soar. The real question is, why do you remain huddled in your cage?" And yeah, that is so beautiful, because when we're upset and we're going through upheaval and we're doing inner work, like, it can be really easy to get caught up in, like, the healing of your upsets that you don't remember. Like, it's sometimes you need to remember that you're so much more than that. Like, you are a child of God. Why are you, like, you don't have to look at just what's in front of your face. You can always remember that there's so much more to you. There's a whole ocean of love, and you're getting, you know, sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the bubble of where you're currently at, and it's about trusting in God and finding joy in God, even if you're not, you know, you haven't reached your end goal yet and you're still working. That's not a license to stop enjoying your life and to hate yourself and to hate your life, because the purpose of everything is joy. The purpose of your twin flame union is joy and happiness and peace. And if you don't feel happy and peaceful now, like, I'm sure you've heard it often, if you don't feel happy and peaceful and grounded now, like, your twin flame isn't going to bring you anything that you don't already have within. So it's safe to really invest in yourself and invest in your happiness and really just relax, you know, with God, because God is the foundation that your whole life, your twin flame union, your eternal kingdom is built. And there's never a moment that you don't have access to God. And so you can always feel deep passion and romance in your life. You give it to yourself and you give it to God, and it's God who gives it to you. But in order to receive that from God, you have to give it to yourself. Another really beautiful poem. I love these. It's Courage, which is a big theme, because it does take courage to go through your deepest, darkest traumas and blocks and upsets and fears about love. But you will always come to the knowing that those things are illusions, and you can trust that. And that's why they say your faith is your fortune. Because when you're going through a really deep upset, or a block, or you're having like a dark night of the soul type of moment, all you have to do is choose to have faith in God, and God will always reveal himself, and your problems will always be resolved, and your faith will always grow, and your blessings and your peace always expand. So funny, the poem is Fear, hello amazing creature, I am here to face you. Love was frightening, so I've become a lover. No longer the sly fox, I charge ahead towards the angry lion. Now I see her face clearly. I am the roaring lion, the one who embraces it. The moon whispers, don't cover your wounds. Love can only heal if you stand naked. And that is so beautiful and so true, because this journey is about self-forgiveness and realizing that any pain that you hold within, or any sense of guilt or shame or blame or punishment that you're holding towards yourself, all that you have to do is bring that to the light, and bringing that to the light will always allow God to just melt away that pain and just to illuminate the truth. And the truth is always, you are perfect, you are loved, and you are a divine being, a divine child of God. And this is all about having the courage to face your fears and grow stronger, and realize, like, every fear that you face, you are proving to yourself that only love is real, because you'll always be able to resolve your fears. And that is how you manifest your twin flame in your life, is facing all of your fears, because your twin flame will trigger you, and, you know, it can feel like it can be easy to like look at your twin flame and see all these things that you don't like about them and blame them and be upset at them, but the truth is they are only ever reflecting what's within you. And so you don't have to punish yourself or blame yourself. You can see yourself without the eyes of judgment. Like, there's no right or wrong when it comes to God. There's only love. And that's all you have to remember with your twin flame. Another poem, and this is laughter. And that's really important and beautiful. I was already born with a good sense of humor, but love has taught me to laugh in a different way. Now, like dawn, eager to embrace darkness, I laugh, like a shell about to reveal its pearl. If you break me, I laugh. If you really know death, then learn from your teacher. Like death, laugh at the bubbles of riches and fame. Laugh at this and also at that. Yeah, and it's just about enjoying the journey. There's nothing, there's nothing too serious that you can't just enjoy your life. And you can enjoy it with God. And laughter is really healing and really romantic. Like, being able to laugh and just enjoy your life. And even if there's a lot of really heavy stuff that you're dealing with, it doesn't mean that you have to just buckle down and be really serious and hard on yourself and all woe is me and, like the world is so dark. But the truth is there's always light. And even if you're working through really heavy things, it doesn't mean that you can't laugh and just laugh with God. Even if you have a lot of work to do, you can work and enjoy and laugh and just not take anything too seriously, because only love is real. Like, you don't have to really feed the fears and invest your energy into the fear, into what's leaving, because what's leaving is always the bad feeling, and you can trust that. And you begin to trust that more and more by really diving into your fears. And let's see here, the next card is perspective. That's very nice. Perspective is important. Let us break the wine jug and let the wine flow. Nothing will be left of these earthly things. Knowing we are nothing, we are free to be all this is and all that it is not. Yeah, it's just about, really, what I'm getting is it's really about releasing judgment of yourself. And just, doesn't matter where you're at or where you've been or what you've done, because you're just an innocent child of God. There's nothing that you could ever do that would make you unloved by God. Literally nothing. Even like Jeff and Shalia have said often, even Hitler, even Hitler is unconditionally loved by God, because God did not create pain. God did not create war. God did not create suffering. God did not create betrayal or, malice or anything other than love. And so it's safe to, break the wine jug, to let your love flow and just really forgive yourself and release your punishment, self-blame and punishment. And then we get the transformation card, which is very nice. So as I was dead and I became alive, I was tears and I became laughter. The reign of love began and I became eternal. This is how it works. Love said, if you are too clever and sober, you are not welcome. So I became intoxicated with love. I drowned myself in the sacred wine. Love said, oh candle, you are using your light to attract others. And I screamed, take my light. I became nothing but smoke. Oh man, that's really beautiful. Yeah, it's just about being transformed by love and leaving behind everything that you may have thought you are, or everything that you perceived yourself to be, or everything that you think that your life is about. It's safe to let all of that go, because God's vision for your life may be completely different than your own. And who you are right now, who you perceive yourself to be, is not not fully aligned with who God created you to be. And God created you to be, so rich in joy and wealth and love. And yeah, if you're too clever and sober, you're not welcome, love said. And that means if you're not willing to surrender to what love's will is for you, you'll never be able to experience the joy and the gifts that God has for you, because this is not your reality. Of course it is your reality, but it's God's too. You and God co-create your reality, so it's safe to surrender to that and to allow it to transform you and be remade by love. I'm thinking maybe one or two more cards. This one is an image, and it's ripening. It's really beautiful. And I really feel like that's what's going on. Like, we're ripening. Like, everyone here has been, anyone watching this, I'm sure, you've been doing a lot of work, and you're ripening. Like, your work, your spiritual work, your physical work, like, everything you do and you're building in your life, there's a purpose. It's leading you somewhere. It's always to deeper love, and God works in miracles. And you don't have to hold on to this old story of life is really hard and everything's really like a struggle, and I have to pay with suffering for just a little bit of love. But it's not the truth. And each thing that you do that is for love, and each mirror exercise, each healing, each coaching session you invest in, you are ripening your fruits, and you're laying your roots, you're growing your leaves, and your fruit, like the fruit is the reward. And they're eternal fruits. They don't just rot away and die. Yeah, this is your eternal garden. And, the garden bears fruit. And that's just the way of life. Like, you're investing your life force into healing healing lifetimes of, wounding and pain and separation. And it's very admirable. And this card's just a reminder that, yeah, like, this is leading somewhere. There's a purpose to this, and the purpose is joy, and it will make you happy and satisfy you and fulfill you. And rediscovery. It's another poem. So it says, why waste your time chasing after childish trinkets? Your treasure is hiding in plain sight. The moon whispers, the time has come to abandon your sugar addiction. My sweet nectar awaits you, even in bitterness. Oh man, that I really personally resonate with this, because I noticed, like, on Earth, like, people do tend to have the search for pleasure, because there's a lack of meaning and purpose and love, and that's where addiction comes from, is the lack of God. And it's just searching for God and that good feeling in some substance or some activity or some person. But this is about realizing that it's all within, like that feeling you're looking for. Your treasure is hiding in plain sight, and it's in God. It's always ever been in God. And you may think that you're having to sacrifice all of these, things that are really comfortable and familiar, like your patterns and habits and beliefs and, about yourself that aren't true. And, I feel like we can get addicted to feeling bad. And because sometimes we feel like feeling bad will get us love and attention, or it's more valuable than feeling good. But the truth is, all you have to do is trust in God and realize that God's nectar is sweeter than anything that you may have manufactured for yourself in your life, and that it's safe to trust God. And, oh wow, that's really funny. So I got the rediscovery poem, and then I just pulled the rediscovery picture card. So there's like a poem and a picture in this deck. So this is a very, very prevalent theme here. And it's just, I love that so much. Like, that's really something God's bringing home with this reading, is that you're rediscovering everything that it is that you thought you knew about your reality and about your life and about your relationships. And you're basically uprooting anything in your life that is not aligned with God's love and God's truth. And just a reminder that, like the ripening card, like a reminder that while you're in the uprooting process, don't get so fixated on what's leaving that you forget to experience the joy and the beauty and what's really coming. You can't, as long as you are investing your time and energy into uprooting anything not aligned with God, like, you're building your kingdom that way, and that's you laying your foundation for an eternal kingdom and for harmonious union with your twin flame. You're rediscovering the truth of your nature, and that means that you do have to give up everything was not created in your life from God, and that can seem like you're being asked to give up a lot, but it's not the truth. You're being asked to give up nothing, and in return you receive everything. You receive your greatest love. You receive the ultimate security, your perfect life purpose, your ultimate relationships, your soul family, your twin flame. The reason that you're on this earth is your life purpose. And all of that is accessible only through God. And in order to do that, you do have to uproot all forms of separation and illusions about yourself. And we'll do one more card, which is the teacher card. And that's, yeah, driving the point home that Jeff and Shalia's work is the fastest way to uproot all of these things in your consciousness and in your reality that are not aligned with God and that are rooted in separation consciousness. And it's Jeff and Shalia's work that teaches us in the like fastest, most effective possible way to get this done. Because the uprooting part is not the purpose. Like, the being miserable is not like a requirement for success. And the uprooting of the upsets is not even the fun part. The fun part is the ripening of the fruits and the rediscovering of your nature and the romance and passion that you build within yourself as you release all of these beliefs that might tell you you're not worthy of romance and passion. Yeah, so that's one more. It's the Fool, which is, we already pulled the card for the Fool with the poem, which is just about diving into the unknown and getting started on your journey and realizing that why wait? There's nothing in a reality that is separate from God that would ever be worth holding on to. So why wait? Dive in. Dive into your healing. Dive into your deepest fears. Do what God asks you to do. And just understand that it's all for a reason. And it's all for your benefit. And it's also you can live your perfect life and have your eternal kingdom in heaven. You don't have to be miserable. There is a way out of that. And it's through Jeff and Shalia's work, through the mirror exercise, through Twin Flame Ascension School, Life Purpose class, and, coaching. And yeah, like, all the resources are here for you. And yeah, why wait? There's no reason. Yeah, so I feel very complete. It's a really great time for transformation, the ripening of fruits, and to remember that God has a plan, and God's plan is the only plan that you want to be taking part in. So yeah, that was very beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody. I will be seeing you around. Remember to go ahead and give this video a like, and if you are interested in working with me with coaching and receiving one of the new Twin Flame channeled readings, comment on the video. I will also link everything below. Alright, love you guys. Have a great rest of your night.